Right, I just looked at it, and it looks like it's recorded just fine. Unlike what it recorded for the old Project Gotham Racings. So, I should be okay to keep playing the game, don't have to restart anything. I drove the Hyundai twice in the last episode, I'm pretty sure. Wait, did I? That doesn't make any sense. How could I have done that? Oh, I only drove it once, so I guess oh, whatever. I'll drive this Skoda. Shakes things up a little bit. Although usually I'm gonna try and stick to driving the Hyundai, unless something that's like objectively way cooler pops up. Which, given the rally class on this game and the actual car list of this game, it could well do. You know, I'm gonna I'll probably favor the 206, but you know the Hyundai is my rally car, like WRC spec that is. Group B, I'm an RS200 guy. Group A, I like the Cosworth. But as far as WRC spec goes, Hyundai accent all the time. It used to be the Focus. You know, before it was the Focus because of Ford Racing 2. But now that my eyes have been widened to the wider world of racing games since I was a little baby boy, now I dig the Hyundai for some unknown reason. Also, I'm finding a lot of walls. I noticed that in the last episode while I was driving the RS200, I kept just bumping every wall in sight. So I can afford to drive a bit more carefully. I mean, this is only the novice section of the game. I'm not even at amateur yet, because there are 21 events for novice, then I think 30 something for amateur, 48 for pro, I'm pretty sure, and then the Super Rally I think is locked until you complete pro. But I'm gonna complete the whole game. You just watch me. I'm sure I won't have any difficulties at all with my shitty driving. I should probably stop to have a look at the list of opponents to see if I recognize the name of any of the rivals. Because in Rally Fusion Race of Champions, in the Race of Champions mode, they actually have champions. You know, the drivers aren't just invented out of thin air. Like I haven't played enough of that game for myself to have seen it, but I have it, and I've seen the fail race episode on it. And when he goes through the Race of Champions mode, there's like Luca Cadalora and Jeremy McWilliams, who are Luca Cadalora raced in the 90s on the 500 cc's, and then McWilliams raced in the early 2000s when it switched from GP 500 to MotoGP. And McWilliams is a cool guy because, you know, I don't really ride the Proton in the MotoGP games. You know, I'm a Kawasaki man, and it doesn't really fit in with the narrative of the MotoGP games that I've created that when I'm gonna play them for me to ride a Proton at any point. But I could do, I guess. You know, it doesn't really matter. You can change bikes whenever you want during the season on that game because you run as a privateer. So you can, like, once you unlock a bike, you can just switch to it whenever you want, and like upgrades and stuff carry over, which is pretty cool. I'll get into that when I actually play the MotoGP games, which is going to be in a little while because I have a couple of games lined up to play before that. Right, so everything I've done before, I have now completed, which means I'm moving on to unknown pastures with rallying, because pretty much none of this game, except for the very first thing, is rallying. So now we have rallying to do. Yep, I was talking about how the Hyundai is my rally car, and I could drive an Evo. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8. Something, something, something is driving me. You know that song. The one that goes something for a Western, a dance floor date. That one. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I'm choosing the Hyundai because the Mitsubishi is boring, and everyone always drives the Mitsubishi. And while I'm not one to usually pick the outsider car, you know, the funny meme car, but I don't consider the Hyundai a funny meme. You know, it's literally the current year, and for the last couple of WRC seasons, Hyundai have been very strong. You know, Ford a little bit stronger, but Ford are always a little bit stronger. So that shouldn't be a big surprise. When I finally do get around to playing the modern WRC games, um, I'll probably, I think, end up driving for Toyota. Um, well, to be honest, the rule change recently that happened around, I think, 2015, beginning of 2016, um, that changed the cars to look how they do now, which is fucking cool. You know, body kits that would make a Need for Speed Underground 2, you know, rice build blush. WRC 5 and WRC 6 as games, you know, apparently weren't very good. I'm sure they're plenty passable. I'm sure I'll be able to get a decent bit of you know, fun, because fun's what I usually look for when I'm playing a game. That's why I stopped playing Rallisport Challenge 1, because I was just not having a good time at all. Although equally, I don't like channels that just drop playing games and then never come back. So I am going to finish Rallisport Challenge eventually. It just, you know, it won't be for a little while. What was I saying? God fucking damn it, it completely slipped my mind what I was saying just now. Oh yeah, WRC 5, WRC 6. Those games are considered less good. WRC 7 is supposed to be really good, so I'll probably represent our Lord and Savior's Hyundai in WRC 7, depending on how the career modes work in those games. But 5 and 6, I'll probably go for like Toyota and Ford and stuff. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get around to it. You know, I've still got all the Evolution Studios WRC games to get through first. I haven't got a single one of the WRC games by Kiloton. I only have the first 2 made by Milestone. You know, I've got a little ways to go before I own every racing game ever. So I've got plenty of time to plan this stuff out. Speaking of planning stuff out, I probably should have planned through the current crop of games I was going to play better, because the 2 that I'm playing on original Xbox right now, Rallisport Challenge 2 isn't backwards compatible, and PGR is backwards compatible, but it has problems with the backwards compatibility on the Xbox 360, which means I'm not playing any sort of moderately recent racing games right now that look pretty. You know. So I'm planning, well, I was planning on, because I record 6 episodes per session, or at least that's my aim. That's what I'll aim to do. I record 6 episodes per session, but I only I'm only uploading 5 Let's Plays right now. So that would leave me with a spare week. And while I could use that spare week, you know, all the spare time I get to, you know, what I could also do is just do a 6 Let's Play, because I like making Let's Plays and playing games a lot. So I was thinking I was thinking originally, I was gonna play MX vs ATV Alive, because that's a game that I'm not a big fan of, and it doesn't really work as one of the games that I play on this channel anyway, because it doesn't have a real career mode, so I put it on my second channel. And then I was remembering that months and months ago, while I was in town with some friends, I bought Life is Strange as a meme, as a funny meme, it's a funny joke, and I haven't even, you know, put the disc in my Xbox yet. So what I'm thinking of doing, to like double triple irony is irony? Irony. I meant to say irony. Is get back in contact with one of my buddies, Jake, from when he went to Chelmer with me. I should probably bleep out Chelmer and replace it with secondary school. But I'll forget to do that. So no one remember anything about that, please. He's gone off to college, so I don't see him anymore. What I could do is, because he has his own YouTube channel as well, is I could contact him and see if I can record my Life is Strange Let's Play and have it put up on his channel instead, which would be like, you know, it's just something that I thought up months and months back when I bought Life is Strange, and it was somewhat considered to be a relatively good idea. That was a good spin on the final corner of that rally. Well, I haven't finished the rally yet, but on the final corner of that stage, that was a pretty nice spin. So I'll have to see about that. If he doesn't want it, I'll understand. I'll put it on my own channel, or maybe I won't do it at all and I'll just play MX vs ATV like I was originally gonna. But, you know, that won't be for another... Oh, next week, I've got to record more Gran Turismo Concept. So it won't be until the week after that. So I've got a fortnight, the game, to worry about sorting anything like that out. I don't know. According to Fail Race, Life is Strange is actually really good. And the guy I bought it, you know, in the shop from when I was buying it, he said it was really good. But everything else I've heard about it has been fucking awful. So I don't know at this point. I don't know who to believe. I guess I'll have to find out for myself. Because I know plenty of people who just write stuff off without even, I mean, me included, to be honest. I do this all the time as well, but like, my buddy Adam got stuck near the very beginning of Metal Gear Solid 2, and he refuses to keep playing it. Like, he got out of the first room where you have to knock out, I'm talking about the Raiden, because he hasn't played Metal Gear Solid 1 either. Although he has played loads of, like, I think Metal Gear 5, Metal Gear Solid 5. I guess I could just say Metal Gear and everyone knows I mean Solid. Fuck. Whoop. He also thinks it's funny to say that David Hayter's voice is shit and that he likes, what's his face, Keith, better. Just a retard. I don't know why I hang out with him, to be honest. Yeah, he refuses to continue even attempting to play Metal Gear because he got stuck on, like, not even a boss, just like some regular troops walking around. Because he's a fucking idiot. And I can't help him because he can't describe where he is, so I'm not sure. And it's been like 10 hours since I was at the beginning of the game. You know, in terms of in-game time. In real time, it's been a couple of weeks. So the Colonel was pretty much right for telling me that I've been playing for a little bit too long. Should probably just turn the games console off. Anyway, that was this week's episode. I only got 2 things done, so I guess rallying takes a little bit more time than doing anything else. I haven't really got time to keep recording, so next week, going to be doing some ice racing.